Number 15, hashtag Pablo Shocker. In 2013, a British ad designed to be a PSA for drunk driving went totally viral. The 52-second long video features drunk bargoers being scared sober by a surprise that jumps from the mirror. The men wash their hands or fix their hair at the sink, and according to those controlling the whole scheme, if they seem drunk enough, a fake woman's head crashes through the mirror, shattering it and leaving blood draining from her forehead.
Oh shit! Dude, that happened to me.
The victims of this message usually jump back or fall down in terror, and then move forward to examine exactly what they're seeing. A scare like this is likely to sober them up a bit, but the message behind the scare is more important than anything. The whole idea of this is to create the illusion that the woman is actually jumping through a car windshield as a drunk driver hit her. It presents a stark reality to those drinkers and makes them think twice before getting into their car drunk. Many drinkers know of the dangers of drunk driving, but having something this up front in your face has a much bigger impact than just those usual warnings we see in media. Not only did these drunk men probably realize they shouldn't be drinking behind the wheel, many viewers of this viral ad got the same idea when they saw how terrifying this image was. Despite the prop head being clearly fake, the jump of it and the blood trickling down is still pretty scarring, and it's unlikely to ever be forgotten. The short was produced by Leo Burnett for England's Department of Transport Think campaign. According to recent statistics, a person dies every 48 minutes due to drunk driving. That's about 30 deaths a day, and that's just in the US. Number 14, Levi's Evolution. This Levi's commercial from the early 1970s actually wasn't considered totally terrifying at the time. It was apparently a very popular commercial, as this flowing and looped art style was very popular during the time period, especially in music videos. However, by today's standards, there's something pretty unsettling about this trippy commercial and its strange imagery. The Levi's commercial is meant to advertise multiple products and styles in one commercial, which was quite unique for advertising at the time. The video is a flowing and ever-changing depiction of not only their products but humanoid creatures as well. The ad starts with a conch shell, out of which swims a koi fish with a human face, which then becomes a smoking caterpillar wearing bell-bottom jeans on human legs, and so on.
And where would he wear Levi's stay-pressed slacks or Levi's fashion jeans? Would he put Levi's herringbone on his fins? Levi's stripes on his wings?
That's like you would take acid. That's not scary.
What would he put in the pockets of our stay-pressed bush jeans?
The idea presented is the evolution of man, from bacteria and shells to full-on humans, except that regular human faces are thrown onto each stage of evolution, along with a pair of genes. As if these human-animal hybrids aren't creepy enough, the whole thing is narrated by a very deep, aged, and terrifying voice, the kind of narration that wasn't uncommon for the era, but was still fairly terrifying. The same voice was featured in several other Levi's ads, such as Stranger, but here it has a godlike echoing horror to it. By the end of the commercial, we see some relief with two human males using the original conch shell as some sort of football. It doesn't last long before one of them fans their legs up and rolls back into the shell.
Men, we're glad you walk on two legs. Otherwise, you'd never get the chance to wear a pair of Levi's.
I would never wear Levi's.
This commercial has gone down in history as one of Levi's most disturbing ads, but they can't be doing too bad if they're still profiting after all these years. Number 13, The Undeading. Published in October 2012 by the Heart and Stroke Foundation, this commercial features a woman in a post-apocalyptic zombie wasteland fighting to survive. The Halloween-themed commercial was filled with disgusting rotting corpses chasing this woman through dead city streets, as well as some pretty cool gory fight scenes. This woman suffers a heart attack during her fight to stay alive and not be eaten. The creepy and grotesque zombies immediately went in to rescue her and began to save the woman's life. A zombie dressed as a doctor calls 911 while another living corpse performs CPR. As this happens, tips for saving someone from a heart attack or stroke come on screen. This video seems innocent enough, just the Foundation's fun way of getting everyone into the spirit of Halloween and saving lives. But things
Being
get
a
pretty
zombie,
dark when the
saving
woman
lives.
awakens
What
from
do
her
zombies
state
do?
and peers
Kill
at the
people.
zombies that
Kill
just saved her life,
Smart.
then gets eaten.
Smart. Canadians, huh? There you go. So, how we trying it? I had to cut it.
Yeah, after the zombies put in all that work to save her, we find out it's just because
like
they
5
wanted her
minutes.
fresh when they devoured her. Of all the ways this commercial could have ended, the creators chose a pretty morbid way of doing it. On the bright side, this video led to a huge event in which over 5,000 people were CPR trained.
What kind of shit
Number
is that?
12,
They save
Phones
you,
for
but they
You.
kill you. Yeah.
This commercial was part of the
Okay.
Halloween themed series for the phone company Phones for You, which isn't that scary in itself, but if you're watching TV late at night and you're unaware of the scary deals that are happening, you might be given a bit of a scare. This ad was published in 2011 during the series, and it features a woman alone in a parking garage, presumably after shopping at the mall. There's a quick shot of a very creepy little girl in a dirty white dress with long black hair and pale skin. The woman walking through the garage immediately feels a presence and begins running to her car. She manages to get into her car and the creepy little ghost pops up on her window and says hello in a very ghostly, echoing voice. She then proceeds to tell the woman about an amazing deal at Phones for You. Perhaps the scariest part of this commercial is the chilling voice the ghost has.
Hello, the Samsung Toco icon is only $59.95 on Pay As You Go. Phones for You, missing our deals will haunt you.
Imagining this on TV in the middle of the night as someone is working on their laptop or trying to fall asleep is pretty terrifying. It's also a little unfair as the viewer probably wasn't expecting this during their favorite late night talk show. Other ads in the series feature a creepy old man chasing someone through the woods, and though these are pretty weird, they're also pretty unique. The tagline for the series was, "Missing our deals will haunt you."
Why?
Number 11, Japanese tire commercial. Japan is well known for their horror and their female ghosts. It's pretty much the Japanese coin for horror entertainment. This tire company used that to their advantage with this tire ad. One of the biggest points of advertising is to make your viewers remember your commercials, and there's no doubts the viewers won't forget this one for a very long time. The commercial begins on a snowy road in the middle of the night, looking through a dash cam of some sort. As the driver travels down the long road, a white figure can be seen in the distance. As the car approaches, it's clear that the figure is a woman. The car begins to back away as the driver is probably concerned about the ghostly figure in the middle of the road. But then all of a sudden, the woman jumps right onto her windshield in a perfectly executed jump scare.
We're fucked. Oh, I got me there.
It can be supposed that she was a victim of a hit and run caused by faulty tires, but of course that's just speculation. Overall, this commercial is pretty terrifying, and again very unfair to unsuspecting viewers. Imagine this coming on in between a late night show and you're uncertain what you're looking at until a ghost pops right up and scares the ever-living shit out of you. Props to this company for making an unforgettable ad that was probably talked about for months on end though. Number 10.
Alright, thank you guys for subscribing to our channel, and I hope you enjoy.